Before I start this video is for Dan Sobel and Amanda Cartrette haters. So this is an apology message for everyone who hates Amanda Cartrette and Dan Sobel. But only if they cannot handle, only if they bash my opinions on Dan Sobel and Amanda Cartrette if I were neutral. So yeah, that is. So, guys, if I'm got something to say for you all, you guys, but that's only for the Dan Sobel and Amanda Cartrette haters. So, guys, I got something to say for you guys. I am very sorry for supporting and liking Dan Sobel and Amanda Cartrette, and which this video is for Ryan Goodwin, Brendan Pippin, Andy Howe, Ryan Silva Movie and Gaming, and some other YouTubers for the haters who cannot, or those of you who cannot handle my opinions on those YouTubers. So yeah, I'm very sorry that I was supporting, liking Dan Sobel and Amanda Cartrette. The reasons why I probably am no longer friends with Amanda Cartrette and Dan Sobel. The reasons why he was neutral to them is because Dan Sobel liked to do his letter segments and some taste test videos. I regret being friends with Dan Sobel and Amanda Cartrette, but right now, I am not friends with them anymore. So yeah. And Brendan Pippin, Andy Howe, and Sylvia Movie and Gaming, if you're watching this, I'm very sorry for me supporting and liking Dan Sobel and Amanda Cartrette with autism, because I do understand why Dan Sobel did something wrong, because he was screaming at Devin Osborne and Vinny the social media guy and some other good YouTube friends, and I do understand why. And also he was changing. I do understand why Dan Sobel was doing something wrong as well, which he also changing his pajamas in front of the kids on TikTok, and he was making grounding threats to give people middle finger, and he does a lot of cuss words as well. Which I don't really do cuss words, but if you guys like cuss words, opinion handled. So yeah. Well, I really don't hate cuss words, it's just they're okay. It's just I don't really do swear words. So yeah, in case you're wondering, you guys. And also, I am very sorry for me supporting Amanda Cartrette. And I do understand why Amanda Cartrette did something wrong, you guys. It's that she was hitting her mother, and she was friends with Dan Sobel behind our backs. And he was recording in the art program. And she's also using the bathroom. So yeah. For me, I don't really care if she used the bathroom, in my opinion. I don't know. For me, it's okay. But a lot of YouTubers, you probably don't like it. Well, I kind of do hate Amanda Cartrette, except one thing I prefer to Amanda. Is she likes to do... She probably like Barbie and some feminine girly stuff. I don't know. They're okay. But most of all, I do have no opinion on Amanda Cartrette. I kind of do hate her, but most of all, I have no opinion on Amanda Cartrette. Well, I kind of do hate Dan Sobel, except when he made a letter segment for me. This is the only thing I prefer. I don't know about his taste test videos. I don't know about Dan Sobel's Blues Clues letter segments or his Blues Clues stuff. And his arts and craft videos. I know he likes to do his science experiment videos, TV show reviews, and movie reviews, anniversary videos, or videos when people have passed away. That's what Dan Sobel likes to do for fun. I don't know about Dan Sobel's entertaining stuff. I do know that Amanda Cartrette did some cool stuff though, you guys. So yeah. I regret being friends with Amanda Cartrette and Dan Sobel. Right now I am no longer friends with them anymore. Oh, not only I cut ties Dan Sobel and Amanda Cartrette, I also cut ties Eric Payton, which I know he's old news. I also cut ties Greg Heffley UTTP, but I wasn't sure if I have a right to do that. I also cut ties Ben Lucero, Anthony Chauvat, and Ben Lucero. I also cut ties those YouTubers, and recently, and also Kellen Anderson. Well, I don't know about Kellen Anderson in my opinion nowadays, but they're okay. She's okay in my opinion, but only if she likes to do some VHS rips. I don't really hate Kellen Anderson. I just have no opinion on her. I already unsubscribed to Kellen Anderson, but as of right now, I might have to cut ties. I might have to cut ties Michael Ruffins because I remember he was mean to Ali Just at 2000. So yeah. I don't know about Michael Ruffins for his fun stuff. Michael Ruffin's fun, entertaining stuff are okay, like he likes Barney and other stuff, but I just really have no opinion on Michael Ruffins. Actually, right now I just have no opinion on Michael Ruffins, so I probably will not like Michael Ruffins either. So yeah. But I don't know if I'll cut ties Mario Lopez, but I might cut ties Tracy and Unicorn. So yeah. Because my made-up character, Silly Girl, my made-up character in my Cookie Monster Pac-Man Ghost drawings that I made are way better than Tracy Unicorn. So yeah. I used to be buddies with friends with Dan Sobel and Amanda Cartrette, but not anymore. So yeah, I am very sorry, you guys, for me supporting and liking Dan Sobel and Amanda Cartrette. Can you please forgive me? If you don't want to forgive me, that's fine, but don't force me to close my YouTube channel. If you don't want to like me, you guys, you have to move on with, you have to move on to my channel and just do whatever you want, okay? If you don't want to forgive my apology, that's fine, but don't force me to close my YouTube channel, because I already cut ties Dan Sobel and Amanda Cartrette already. Because I regret being friends with Amanda Cartrette, Dan Sobel, but I have no opinion on those YouTubers. And I do understand why Dan Sobel did something wrong, because Dan Sobel was screaming at Devin Osborne and Vinny the social media guy, and he was changing his pajamas in front of the kids on TikTok and was making grounding threats and all kinds of things. He did something wrong. I don't know about his entertaining fun stuff though, but yeah. And I do understand why Amanda Cartrette did something wrong, because she was hitting her mother and his brother, Anthony, and she was recording videos in the ARC program, and she was eating a lot of McDonald's food, and she also being friends with Dan Sobel. Oh, I have one thing I forgot to mention to say that during this video. I didn't say yet. She also wishes happy 9/11, which that was not a happy thing. It's an unhappy thing. So yeah, I'm very sorry for me supporting and liking Dan Sobel and Amanda Cartrette. Can you please forgive me, you guys? And by the way, I am not a bad YouTuber. I'm a good YouTuber. I'm really innocent. I'm not. I remember Homer Simpson made a cringe video of me because I'm a Dan Sobel and Amanda Cartrette supporter. But I am no longer. I started hating Dan Sobel since April 7th of 2025, and I started hating Amanda Cartrette since I believe like a week or almost 2 weeks ago, I believe. So yeah. Well, this video is for June 30th, 2025. So yeah. I am no longer friends with Dan Sobel and Amanda Cartrette and some other YouTubers. I might cut ties I probably might have to cut ties Michael Ruffin, since he was mean to Ali Jessa. Well, I don't think I hate Michael Ruffin. I just have no opinion on Michael Ruffin. I'll have to do an opinion change video. So yeah. So I'm very sorry for supporting Dan Sobel, man, at Cartrette. I hope you understand me, guys. I probably will not be friends again. Well, I do realize, I just found out that Dan Sobel came back to YouTube when he did what Dan Sobel had learned. But, well, I would love to give Dan another chance, but nope. If I were you, for everyone who could not respect my opinion on Dan Sobel, I probably will not give her, I'll have to deny his apology. I would love to give Dan another chance, but nope, I'm just gonna deny his apology. But if Dan Sobel said you don't want to trust Dan Sobel, that's fine. Okay, that's fine for Dan Sobel, because as of right now, he probably did learn his lesson, but you probably think he never learned. But I do believe him, actually, in case you were wondering. But I kind of think that Dan Sobel is telling the truth, but I don't know if he's really lying. If you think he's lying, that's fine. But for me, I do believe Dan Sobel, but I still don't care about him. I have no opinion on Dan Sobel. I do realize that man Cartrette made an apology video for everyone, and they denied their apology. But I would love to accept her apology on that video. But if I were you guys, for everyone who bashed my opinions on Dan Sobel, man Cartrette, I probably will not give her. I'm not going to accept her apology because of that. Because of Andy Ho, Brandon Pippin, Ryan Sylvia, and Ryan Goodwin. So I probably will not give her another chance at all. So yeah. So that's the reasons why I had to cut ties Dan Sobel and Amanda Cartrette. So the reasons why I cut ties Amanda Cartrette and Dan Sobel is because Ryan Sylvia and Andy Ho told me that Dan Sobel and Amanda Cartrette cannot be trusted at all. And also, I do realize that Amanda Cartrette and Dan Sobel did something wrong. So yeah. So those are the reasons why I cut ties Dan Sobel and Amanda Cartrette. I did tell you why they did something wrong. I did said that before. So yeah. That's all I gotta say for this apology message video. And I am no longer friends with them. I have to stick with Jordan Bowens, Nate the Game Media in 2006, and some other YouTubers, which was Ryan Goodwin and Brandon Pippin. I'm on their side now. So yeah. Jordan's Media Core 2000 and Nate the Game Media 2006 is way better than Amanda Cartrette and Dan Sobel. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. Thanks for watching. End of apology video.